first of all, take a step back and just laugh about it. Like, how funny are these little problems?
No, these are fun.
First is like finding the humor and the light in all of this.
Yeah.
And the second thing is to just find things that make you happy and do more of those things. Fill your cup.
Welcome to You're Allowed to Hate Your Husband, a modern day love story. I am Remi Stern. I'm a relationship coach, and we are going to talk all things relationships, from being single to dating to being engaged, married. Who you marry is the most important decision you will ever make.
If you're looking for a wife, which is a beautiful thing to do, the best thing to do is to choose wisely.
If you're thinking, what am I doing wrong? Everybody else has it right. Then you are in the right place, because trust me, nobody knows what they're doing. I'm so excited. Please hop right in, listen to this episode, listen to this series, and we are so excited that you are joining us here. Okay, guys, I still have tears in my eyes from laughing so hard from this conversation. It is a different level, and I don't even know how to describe it, but if you're looking for a great laugh and fun times with very real, tangible takeaways on dating, marriage, how to be your best self, how to be with another person, but really just the raw and real version of relationships and marriage. And if you're looking for that, look absolutely no further. This is your episode. It is such a fun one. We have Joshua and Sarah, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. It's Jonathan's brother, Joshua, and his wife, Sarah. Joshua is the co-founder of an app called Dorsia that is the best app you could ever download, especially if you're going on dates if you're single going on dates, if you're married and looking for date nights, this is your app. And Sarah has an amazing company called Mouchette with her mom. She'll tell you all about it, and it makes you feel cool and pretty and all the things that we want. So on top of just being two amazing people, it is such a fun episode, and I'm gonna stop talking so you guys can go listen. So enjoy. Who wants to start with who hates their husband or wife first?
I'm excited.
I love my wife.
I didn't realize you hated me.
I don't hate you. Most of the time, I love you.
Oh,
What's
most
the percentage?
of the time.
Yeah, what's the percentage of time?
What's the
I'd say
percentage?
like
Answer the question.
80-20?
80-20 is okay.
20 is a big number.
Is 80 love?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Obviously.
take it.
That works. What's your number for me?
97.3.
Oh,
Really?
man.
97.3.
Honestly,
How does that
But
make you
that's
feel,
fucking
Joshua?
bullshit.
But if you
That's what that
weren't,
is.
if you weren't a messy pig,
No, I'll tell you the list.
then it would be 100-0.
No,
But
I
you're just
get
so messy. You walk in the door and you just start throwing all your crap everywhere.
Hey, that's what I do.
This would be a perfect
Really?
clean
Yeah.
apartment, and then you walk
Oh my
in, and within
God.
3 minutes, it's a tornado.
No, but Sarah's messy too.
I'm not.
Yeah, you
No.
are. Yes,
No.
you are. I've seen your house.
I guess I wouldn't say messy. I would say dirty.
Oh my God, we're opposite. I'm so clean.
This is
I'm
true.
just messy.
Yeah, you're very clean. Clean.
I'm very clean, but I'm a little messy.
I'm organized.
We'll get into
Okay.
more hot topics.
Wait, actually though, I was thinking about it. I know exactly what'd you call it? 3% that you don't love about me.
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is. That I like long dinners, that I'm messy, that I'm slow. Like you don't like when I'm like
Yes, that's true.
How
standing.
Those are
long,
one,
how
two,
long are your dinner? Do you have dinner?
So maybe
No,
it's
I gotta
95.5.
You know how when we're at Shabbat table,
Yeah.
after dinner is done, you sit there for like
3 hours.
15, 20 minutes
chat.
to like
Johnny's
chat.
out. Johnny's
He's
out.
Of course
Oh
I'm
my
out.
God,
I have
those Stern
ADD.
boys
I am so out. There's a basketball
literally
game. There's a baseball
finish
game.
eating
I want to go
and
on the
they leave
computer.
the-
I want
the
to check this. I
table.
want to check that. I want to watch Netflix. I do not want to sit at a Shabbat table after dinner just talking for 7 hours, thinking in my head, should I go get another plate? Should I go get another plate?
You know,
Maybe I should get another
growing
plate.
up,
I don't know. I got to listen to this long story again. I got to get another
Growing
plate.
up, I had to ask if I could be excused from the table.
Yes, me
That's
too.
how we
wow.
were raised.
Me
and
You're
my
one of those.
yeah, my brothers and I,
too.
we had to
What
say,
am I, a
may I be
slave?
excused?
I have to ask to be
slave.
allowed off of the table.
No, same.
It's just, it's
same.
like
and then you pick up,
manners.
and then you oh my God.
mannerisms.
Okay, so this is one
No,
thing
no,
that I
no,
hate
no.
about
You know what's about manners? I get to work and I get to enjoy my life. And sitting for 4 hours during my only free time for a long dinner is just not something that just like jumps my
I know.
boat.
It really shocked me the first time I had dinner with Joshua. Like, we were at a big family dinner with him, and, you know, we all finished eating, and then he just
got up.
peaced out. He got up,
Later.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he just went to lay down on the couch, and I was like, that's weird. Like,
Yes.
will he ever come back? Because we start in the middle of a
does this- but-
conversation. We haven't cleared our plates.
Is this
I
not
don't
a
know.
problem for you guys? Like you got over it? You accepted
I
it
got
about
over
Joshua?
it. I had to just accept it.
Wait, I like can't get over it.
Yeah, so like right when everybody sits down to eat, he leaves to go get a Coke and like fill up his cup with ice. And like
No,
he
no, no.
comes back when we're all done eating.
No, Jonathan, it's even worse.
Oh, that's
He'll come-
great.
Can I tell you a story? The first time I got upset with Jonathan was the first time I ever went to Carbone. And I'm so excited to try this pasta that everyone's talked about. They put the pasta down and Jonathan goes, 1 second, I'm going to go call my uncle named Ducky.
First of all, I didn't call my uncle named Ducky. My uncle Ducky called me, and I picked it up. I picked up the call. This is like our 5th to 10th date.
Oh, you picked up the call?
No. He goes outside
Seeing
for
a
45
lot of
minutes.
similarities
It
between the
was
Stern
10
boys.
minutes
Yes.
tops.
That's why. Like, if you think about the Stern Boys as a whole, you can be okay with it. But when they're one-offs, it's so frustrating sometimes because we have to wait for everyone to start, and then we start our meal
So
to have their
just, why did you wait? If the pasta's hot, just eat it.
No.
I come back from the crying duck call,
Oh,
and
this
then
is on
I have my
Joshua's
pasta,
list.
and you already ate yours.
Well, okay, what's on your
Guys,
list?
this
What
is
does it matter?
actually so Remi said to Joshua, over the past few weeks, if there's anything that Sarah does that bothers you, think about it, write it down, and we could talk about it in the podcast.
Joshua
So for
took
the
it very
past few
seriously.
weeks, anytime I do anything, instead of him being like, "What are you doing?" he's just like, he just writes it down.
So should we
And
hear
I'm
the
like,
list?
huh.
Should we get?
That's a
should we
lot. He
start
said
off
that.
the
He
list?
said that quite a few times. Let me tell you.
It's a perfect segue to one of the items on my list.
Yeah. What is the first item?
Hit
Tell
us.
us.
When Sarah cooks me food, and she's a fabulous cook, which I have a big part of the reason why.
Yes, we've heard.
But when she cooks me food, if I don't eat it 0.2 seconds after
it's
she
annoying.
drops the plate, she either throws the food out
Like, literally,
or
I
just
throw it in the
yells
garbage.
at me or God knows what. And I have a sensitive mouth. I don't like hot food.
I'd
prefer
rather him burn
like,
his tongue
lukewarm food.
than know
Does
that
your wife
my
have
food
anger
got
problems?
cold.
I think so. Yeah,
Mental problems.
I think both of those
I
sound
knew
right.
that. I'm cracking
No, wait, let me tell you my
it's-
side.
it-
He
and it
goes,
just
hey,
keeps
do you
happening.
mind
It's
making
like
me
Groundhog Day.
scrambled eggs for breakfast? I'm like,
And
sure.
then he goes away.
And I really take my time. I do the method where
makes
you keep
great
mixing them so
scrambled
they're
eggs.
soft scrambles, put a little cheese,
Yes.
put a little pepper, serve it on a plate. Right before the plate hits the table, goes, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm like,
Same.
She
so
does
at
have
this
a point.
point,
I don't do that.
No, you know what I
do?
So, but that she does have a point.
You do this too.
I
just
bring
so you know.
the plate of eggs
I
to
think-
the bathroom, and I say, you have two options. You can eat them right now in the shower,
She
or I will
actually
be
does this?
throwing them
I think
away
it happened
and never
once.
making you breakfast again.
Yeah.
She makes a good point. I thought she
No,
was French
it's true.
and she's nuts, but she
No,
actually
no,
is pretty sane.
No,
It's
you do the
still, I mean, that would be wrong of me if I did that, which it sounds like I could have done that. I agree. But other times, if I'm on a call, I'm finishing up, or I'm finishing something that's quick, still just
Okay,
yells, screams.
Can I tell you what
Who
Jonathan
likes
did last
cold
night?
soup?
No, Jonathan did the same thing. He kept,
don't
so
mind.
I'm putting Juliet to bed. I'm trying to cook food. My nanny went home. I'm like doing 10 million things. And he keeps looking over my shoulder and going, when's the fish gonna be ready? When's the fish gonna be ready? I'm like, it's gonna be ready soon. It's gonna be ready soon. Then it's ready. I go, Jonathan, the food's ready. He goes, don't you see I'm doing something? And I was like, finally the fish is ready. Do you
great
see?
imitation.
Don't you see? I'm trying to get something done. I just looked and I was like,
literally
I'm
gonna
psyched.
you know what
Tape
that
your
is?
mouth
You know what that
shut.
means? You know what that means? When he gets very hungry.
Oh,
he
he's
gets
very
Oh,
hungry.
Oh
I
my
wasn't
gosh.
hungry. I was starving.
Sorry
but
to
hunger
anyone
was
who
not
has
on
seen
my mind.
Jonathan hungry.
I
We
was
apologize.
working. I was working
you
on
missed
something
your window.
very important. I was organizing keys. And if I messed up 5C or 1A, everybody's getting the wrong keys. So I said, don't talk to me.
But is
I
that
said, don't
nice?
talk to me. And then,
Guys,
no, but I actually didn't say that. on
Guys, is
purpose.
that nice? If he goes,
No, I
don't
didn't.
talk to
I
me.
wanted
Say it
to.
all
I
the
thought
time.
it, but I didn't say it. I said it nicely. And then Remi keeps coming over and she goes, "Hey, your food's ready." I go, 5C1A, 5C1A, 5C1A. And then I had to go in because I didn't have tags. So I had to go here and it was a mental tag. And then she's wondering why I'm not talking. I just give me 5 minutes. Can't you see I'm doing some scientific shit?
Oh, scientific shit.
What is scientific about what you do?
I get it.
5C1A, I'm tagging them. I'm putting the
5C1A.
keys in envelopes for them to pick up. And they're
Okay.
asking me questions and I'm forgetting because these are random keys.
Got
So,
it.
what other things are on the list before we go into how you handle this in marriage?
Another small thing on the list
Oh, do tell.
is I don't know why, for the life of me, she cannot close a cap.
Oh, interesting.
That's annoying.
Toothpaste.
I don't think it's annoying.
shampoo.
Oh, super annoying.
Okay,
you're-
so then,
so
so
you
then
have to
you
walk
choose.
around and
Let's see.
close
No,
her
no, no.
caps
What?
for her.
Literally,
That's ridiculous.
I get my own toothpaste now, and
Ridiculous.
I have my own toothpaste, and her toothpaste just
You
sits
should have
there
your own
open.
toothpaste.
Wait,
Why
time
don't,
out,
Shut
time
why
out.
don't you guys choose? What's more annoying? Not closing a cap or leaving extra large boxers on the floor everywhere
Why
in the
extra
house?
large?
It's true.
Extra
I'd say
large.
both
started-
equal.
You know, she told
Stepping,
me
putting
about
your
that.
foot in a box, a pair of boxers. There's pairs of boxers all
Equal.
over the
Wait,
floor.
what do you mean?
Wait, time out. First of all, I stopped doing that because you were right.
Fine,
when you told
used
me,
tissues. Little used
No.
tissues and
Don't talk to
receipts.
Jonathan about
Equal.
used tissues.
Crumpled up
Equal.
receipts.
Equal.
Wait, but time out. What was I saying? Oh, closed caps. You don't understand. Forget about the toothpaste, but she
Oh, so,
ruined.
so she's messy.
the
She
toothpaste.
just leaves crap.
Me?
Yeah, but then
I don't leave anything.
You don't close
my
your
body
claps.
wash will just be water after a
No,
week.
that's actually fucked up.
It's
Okay.
ridiculous.
I don't like that.
Let me tell you something. The only thing that I do that's messy is that I don't close things if I open them because I am forgetful and I'm also tending to two children at the same time.
Yeah, you guys
He
don't
will
understand.
leave mountains of papers, crumbled up receipts, documents. He'll open up his mail and leave all the open envelopes and like goes up into a mountain.
That's true.
So
do
I
that
say,
too.
Joshua, can you look at
This
those
is-
papers?
This is my next
I've
Second,
actually-
item.
second day, Joshua, can you look at those papers? Third day, can you look at those papers? Fourth day, sweep. Everything goes in the garbage,
She
including his
throws
new
my
credit
shit
cards
out.
and
She
his
do
that?
passports.
She throws my shit out. That's another one on my list. She throws shit
So
out that
I
I don't
threw
want to be
away
thrown
all
out.
of his important documents to teach him a lesson.
She gets it from
what
her
does
mom.
he
Her mom
do?
once
I think it's a
threw
good
out
move. I
her-
like it. I
one
like
of her
it. You
brother's
gotta learn your
social
lesson,
security
number one, number
ID
two.
cards.
But the
'cause
problem I
that's a
have with
problem they
that
have.
is papers are obviously not, he's not throwing them out.
Yes.
My wife leaves stuff that looks like garbage for days. So I'm thinking, this gotta be garbage, right?
Right.
So I throw it out and then she goes, oh, by the way, where's my this? And I go, you're kidding me.
It's like my coffee that's been there all day and someone throws it out and I get so mad and there's one sip left.
You know what we have outside our house? We have a huge pile of broken ceramic. Do you want to know why? Because every day Joshua takes his cup of coffee, puts it on top of his car, buckles the kids
No.
into the seat, drives off,
No.
the mug falls off and cracks.
It
Every
happened
day we
once.
get a cracked mug.
And
Do
the,
you know how many
Oh,
mugs I
wish
have
could
to
do
buy
that to
a
Remi's
month?
cups. Remy has 39 mugs in a drawer that fits 10.
What?
They're stacked
That's
mugs.
all you. We go on a trip and you buy these.
No, but every time I want to
gross
throw out one of
coasters.
my mugs, you go, oh, I like that one. Oh, I used that one. I like that one. I used that
So
one. I
she's
go,
a
"Holy
mug
shit,
hoarder."
I got triple decker mugs.
I get very
in every
sentimental.
drawer.
Okay, so this is marriage.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yes.
much
Marriage.
this is marriage. So how do you handle it? Do you accept it? Do you improve the other person? Or is this just life?
I feel like I improve. I don't feel like she improves. That's the
Wait,
truth.
by the way, but do you feel the same way? Because I feel like everyone would feel that way about the other person.
I think that, yeah, compromise. You know, you could tell the other person what they're doing that's bothering you, and then you try to do it a little bit less.
Do you though? Try to do it less.
Do you? I
do.
don't think so.
I do.
And I think at
I'm
the
gonna
end of
start
the
a
day,
company.
laughing about it, because if these are the problems that you're facing in your marriage, you should feel so lucky.
It's true. No,
These
no,
are
it's
very
really
small,
true.
Very true. These are the
Trivial
winning
parts
marriages.
of marriage.
However, I'm going to start a company, and everybody's going to pay me loads of money. The husband lists his top 5 annoyances. The wife lists her top 5
I like
annoyances.
this.
And I go in there 30 days later after the start, and if anybody is committing any of these sins, I deal with them.
I
kind
actually
of
think this
company
is
is
really
that?
So
smart.
if she doesn't close her caps in the next 30
Jonathan
days
will
starting
deal with
now,
What are you going
I
to show
take
up with brass
the
knuckles?
toothpaste and I put it on her head. And I go like that. There's a punishment for every act.
Oh, now it's getting better.
It's getting better.
Wait, I think this is so
punishment.
If you
good.
don't
So
leave
when
your
Joshua
boxers,
leaves
if you don't pick up your boxers, I'm putting them in your mouth.
I put the box.
You're gonna be
He's gonna
cleaning up your
strangle
boxers.
you with the
You're
boxers.
gonna be
No.
closing
great
your
idea.
caps, and I'm gonna be making loads of cash.
Yeah, true.
No, it's actually very smart because I think what happens is that people get so worked up over these little things, and thank God it's not gonna happen to us, but you see it a lot. Like people get divorced over it. People get divorced over
I
the
don't
fact
think they
that-
get over
No.
these things.
No,
No.
no,
These
they
things
do
are not
build.
divorceable.
No, they do. They do. I had a conversation with somebody I love
No,
very
you're
dearly
not wrong.
yesterday.
You're not.
And
Well, let me just make it clear. I will not leave you for your boxers being on the floor.
no, but can I tell you what it is?
But I will leave you if you don't eat my food while you're burning the roof of your mouth.
Okay, so can we go back? Because this is marriage, right? And I think relationships change. Like when you first meet the person, it's so much fun, it's so exciting, it's so loving, and then you get married, and then you have kids, and then this is what happens. Like it's just like funny, all of that. Can you just tell everyone how you guys met, just to see like the fun, cute side?
You want the real story or you want Sarah's story?
Oh gosh, I don't know what that means.
What are you trying to say?
I think we should start with Sarah's story.
Is that part of your list that I'm a liar?
No, I want the real story.
By the way,
I
it's
don't
one
want some
thing.
It
fantasy
used to be, but
story.
I don't really mind
Oh, it
anymore.
used to be.
Now I just, I'm
You just know
accustomed
it's
to
all
it.
Let's
fake.
go with the real
If
story.
it doesn't affect me, it's okay.
Okay,
Real story.
go.
Real story?
So I had just graduated college, and I was an avid user of Wine and Dine, which was Joshua's app at the time.
Best.
And I will say I made the first move. No shame in that.
Love
Bravo.
it.
I
Love
added
it.
him on Facebook, just to, like, let him know I'm here. I exist.
Yep.
Friend request.
Just a friend request. That's it. Foot in the door. Nothing else.
I love that. I think that women
Mhm.
should
I
approach a
agree.
guy if they're interested.
I agree.
They should feel
agree.
comfortable hitting on a guy, making the first move,
I think,
or just like showing themselves so the guy can then move.
yeah,
with
in like creative ways like that.
Yeah.
So then what happened?
Yeah, we're not in a
next?
movie where someone's just going to show up at your door and ask you out on a date. I think that it takes both sides to make a little move.
Yes.
And,
Good.
making a little first move, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But I think you're very talented at like maneuvering, like making
She
moves
hit a
and
button
making
on,
stuff
Facebook.
happen.
That's a maneuver.
Okay, but that was
Hey,
that was
she
step
found
one.
you. She
That
hit
was
the
step
button.
one.
If she didn't find you or hit the button, we might not be sitting here, the four of us.
That
So
is true.
We
bravo to
definitely
you.
would not. have.
we
We
had zero friends in
connections.
common. Zero ways we would
No
have
mutual
met.
friends on Instagram.
Zero.
I mean, on Facebook.
No, I
But
mean,
you'd be still living
he
in
was
New
a
York.
little
I'd be kicking your ass
Yes.
in tennis.
Yes, he was.
so there's the fact that he was older.
Older.
He was in New York. I was in Miami. We really had zero overlap whatsoever. So that friend request is really the only thing that would have made it that we would have met.
Okay,
True.
so what happens next?
I get the friend request. I happen to have just landed in LA to visit Jonathan.
Oh yeah.
And
For a super fun weekend.
it was a fun weekend.
Why was it so fun?
Oh, we had a good time.
Okay.
We went out.
Real
had a
nice.
good- had a good time.
Okay.
And
Town.
and I got the friend request, and I remember being like, "Wow, this is this girl looks really pretty, really nice." So I sent a
Sweet.
message,
So
sent a
sweet.
message
So
back,
sweet.
and I said, "Hey, you look familiar." I think that's what I said.
So he
and
slid in
I
my
said, "How do I know
DM.
you?"
Oh, so you didn't even say hi, anything. You
No.
first said that.
Yeah, I
You
reached
know
out.
what? I also had a feeling like maybe I know him. Everyone keeps telling me to download this app. Like maybe it's someone that we know. Maybe it's a friend of ours that started it. So I just, send that friend request as like a very just neutral thing.
Okay.
But then he was, the one that slid in my DM, creeped a little bit.
Yep, true. So I reached out and messaged her back, and then we chatted for a little bit, and I asked her when she was coming to New York next, and then I don't know what 2
That's
weeks
it.
later.
A few weeks later, I was going to New York for work. And I told him I was coming to New York. He said, okay, I would love to take you to dinner. We met up for drinks
Yep.
at employees only. That was like our first date. And that's it. The rest is history. I think right from the start, we had a feeling that, we would be together for
What was that?
Forever.
What was that first feeling?
it just felt different than all the other dates I had been on. I think there was definitely a spark. Like I didn't think I believed in love at first sight or any of that. But going on a first date with Joshua just definitely felt different. We had a mutual understanding that day that, we wouldn't be dating other people and that, from then on, from that day, we were dating, no?
Yep.
From that day, the first
Mhm.
date you were dating? No.
Yes.
There had to be something that happened in between. Did he ask you, will you be my girlfriend? Or it was just like,
No, actually he did something even much, much funnier.
okay, tell us.
He, a few weeks after we were dating, he said, listen, I'm a little older than you. So I'm looking to be in a serious relationship. I'm looking to get married in the next couple years. I know you just graduated from college. I was 21
She
when
was
I
very
met
young,
him.
so
He was qualifying you.
I was
to see if you
21.
would run away like a little
Exactly.
chicken or whether you're in it. In
Yeah,
it to
I
win
was
it.
21. He was 30. And he was just like, I want to make sure we're on the same page. I'm looking to get married. So I'm like, all right, this guy means business. And then a few months in, and he's like, I said something about him being my boyfriend. He was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, what? You said you
Mhm.
want to marry me, but I'm not allowed to call you my boyfriend.
No, but the best was when we went to.
So then he invited me to his family function. We had a bris.
Bris, yeah.
And he keeps introducing me as just Sarah. And his mom is even like feeling a little
Oh
awkward.
my God, that was the best. That
She's
was
like,
the best.
this is Sarah.
This is
Oh.
Joshua's
Sarah.
She's
She actually
from
said that?
Miami,
Yeah. Oh
and
my
he's just
God.
waiting for Joshua to say something. So that night, I packed my
I didn't even
bags.
do it
I
on
said,
purpose.
"Nice
It just
to."
didn't occur to
Of
me.
It was
course.
nice knowing you. I'm going back to Miami, and that's.
Oh, you got mad at him?
Yeah, I
Was
said,
that
"This
like
is
a
so uncomfortable."
second?
Was that your first fight?
I don't think it was a fight. I think it was kind of like, okay, well.
Sounds like a fight.
it was
pretty
not
sure.
a fight.
I'm pretty
If it
sure.
looks like a fight, it smells like a fight, it's a fight.
Okay, so there was a sense of love at first sight.
Yes.
It's
Why
like a puzzle
every-
piece. Like sometimes you go on a date and just like the two pieces like kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah, we
really
fit.
go together.
Mhm.
And then it's like the other one's like, I could fit it, I could squeeze it, I could cut it over here, I can cut over there. And it's like those ones usually don't work out. I guess.
You know, for someone
For the
who kept
Gen Pop.
saying, "Oh, I want to get married right away. I'm looking for a serious relationship," each step going into the marriage step, he needed a little push. You know, when I lived in New York, I was waiting for him to ask me to move in with him. It never happened, so I just put my apartment up for sale, had someone move in,
You
and then
actually
one
put
day,
it up for sale.
yeah,
Right.
I subleased it. Someone was moving to New York, and they said, "Do you know an apartment I could rent for a few months?" I said, "I know just the place, mine." And then a few weeks late into it, Josh was like, "You got a lot of stuff here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I live here. Like someone has been living in my apartment for 3 weeks." And that's how you do that.
Bravo. Can
Just
you tell
kidding.
us more about how you do that? Because I need the advice. Like the moving in, the laundry. Tell us more. The laundry.
Maybe you should write a book on like
I think you
tips.
should.
So tip number 5, if you don't want to be asked to do something, do it horribly just once and you'll never be asked to do it again.
Brilliant.
Joshua one day was like, gave me a big pile of laundry. He said, "Hey, do you mind doing all of my laundry since you live here now?" And I said, "Sure, no problem at all." Put everything in the dryer, maximum heat, all of his cashmeres.
You actually thought through that. It's
I
smart.
did. I thought,
Did
you
you
know what?
really did that on purpose?
Yeah, and then he came
It's
home.
kind of like a villain type idea.
Yeah, and then
Like
he came
I
home.
was watching the movie The Rise of Crew. Like you're
Rise of
kind of
Gru.
like, are you Crew's
I am
daughter
Gru.
or something?
He came
Crooked.
home, all his cashmeres were the size of a newborn infant. And he was like, "Sarah, you know
That's-
what?
that's
We're going to
some
get a
effed up
cleaning
shit,
lady
man.
now. I'm going to have to get a cleaning
And
lady
you're
to do
like,
all
"Oh,
my laundry."
shucks.
I'm like, perfect.
Okay, so teach me. How do I get Jonathan to sit at long dinners?
You need to put a little sleeping pill in his, crush it up, put it in his drink while
Pay
he's
me.
eating dinner. Just pass that on the table and he'll stay with you all night.
Pay me.
What?
Pay me.
Pay you?
Yeah.
Oh, if I pay you?
Pay
That-
me
that is-
money
that
and I'll
is the
sit at
secret.
your boring dinner for 7 hours.
That's the secret
Yeah,
to Jonathan's
it's
to
true.
getting Jonathan
Hey.
anything. You got to pay him.
Really? The relationship starts, you move into marriage. What do you wish you knew, or what like surprised you about marriage that maybe you didn't know before? Like you were 21 years old. There's no way you like knew about this stuff. You know, as you're aged and like you have your friends are getting married, you have an idea. Like, was there anything that surprised you about marriage post dating
Yeah, I
someone?
was surprised how similar marriage is to just dating.
Really?
I think that when you're married or when you're just dating, life is exactly the same. And we have this like, I think everyone thinks marriage is such a serious thing, but once you have kids, it becomes real marriage.
Yes. So this is what I noticed too, and you're right. Is like that first year of marriage, and I'm sure there were things we had to learn. I think.
Wait, so you're saying
Yeah, the
marriage
first
and
year-
dating is similar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
fine.
think if you're living with your boyfriend, if
Easy.
you and your girlfriend are living together and you've been dating for a long time, you shouldn't
of
be
course it's
so
very similar. I
nervous
agree.
to make that step towards marriage.
Yeah.
It's really just the same thing. There's just a stronger label, and you guys are legally
Yeah.
binded together.
No,
but
the
until you
two-
have kids, marriage is just dating.
Yes. The two things that change it are one, becoming roommates, because like then you
Yeah,
find out that
Living
she
together.
Privacy. When you're
But we were
dating,
already
you have
roommates.
all the privacy in the
we
world.
kind of weren't though.
But when you're
What?
married, you don't. You have to keep allowing your partner some privacy.
Yeah, because marriage is crazy. You're roommates with the person, you raise kids with them, you share finances with them, you eat every meal with them, you fall asleep with them every day. Like it's a lot of roles that you have to play with the person.
The only thing
I
that
love it.
I think
There's no
was-
timeouts. There's no breaks.
That you had
when
to
you're dating,
adapt.
you get an enormous amount of timeouts and breaks.
Yes, but you have to adapt.
The only thing you have to adapt is that there's like much less alone time where you can just put on the
Correct.
movie that you want to watch.
Yeah, correct.
Sit on the couch, not talk, and just
You don't
like,
have 50% of the week to yourself.
yeah.
I think
And
that's
then-
more of
yeah.
a guy issue. And for my opinion, I don't know if Sarah's
It's not,
going to say this.
it's not an issue. It's
No, but
a It's a new.
Like I
part of
never
life.
hear a
It's a new
girl.
life.
I never hear a girl being like, "Oh, I just wish like I had alone time." Like I love my nights alone, but like I think our issues are that you want to do that you want to sit on
I
the
have
couch.
to like ask permission. Can I sit on the couch tonight and like watch a movie?
You
Don't drag me around
You have to
town.
ask-
Party it
You
up.
have to ask for the
I
No,
permission.
have to
tonight-
ask.
Tonight we're
So
invited
like,
to
don't
Nobu,
make any plans.
and he's like, "I'm
Please,
sitting on the
don't make any
couch."
plans. I just want to sit and play on my computer.
Yes, you don't get those nights anymore, so you have to build them in. But then, like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him all day. I want to sit and like
Mhm.
talk and hear about his day.
But it's healthy to have those nights. Like I'll have girls' nights sometimes, he'll have boys' nights. And like when he's doing that, I'll either have a girls' night or I'll stay in and like have alone time.
yeah.
Bravo.
And I think that that's a really healthy thing for every relationship.
So then, where do you find connection time for you two after you've had a full day of work? You've been with the kids all day, running around doing this. Like, where do you guys get your connection time?
I think it's important to plan ahead because the days go by really fast. It's much easier to just say, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna go to sleep early tonight and like be lazy about it. But if you carve out that time ahead of time and you know, like, okay, like on Wednesdays, we have date nights. And whether it's going out to a dinner or staying in and like ordering in and, you know, doing whatever feels right for that week. If you've had a long week, don't force yourself or you're just gonna be dreading the date night either.
Mm-hmm.
But
You got to focus on keeping it exciting and trying, you know.
you have to
For
make,
us,
there
new
has to be an
restaurants
effort.
and-
Yeah.
I think that when marriages go the wrong ways, when everyone gets a little too comfortable and they don't feel like making the effort anymore, it's
Yeah.
too easy.
The opposite
To
of
do the
love is not
opposite.
hate, it's indifference. And if you get indifferent in your
Mm.
marriage and like just get lazy, that's when it becomes an issue. If you hate the person, which is this podcast, it's actually not bad. It's just love. You just have to put it back to love. The other advice that someone recently told me was that the key to a healthy marriage is once a week going on date night. Okay, fine. Maybe that doesn't happen all the time, but once a week date night, once every 3 months, a night away from your kids. So just you two, one night away. Once every 6 months, a weekend away from your kids. And once a year, a full week away from your kids. So
I like that.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So you guys, so what
But
you,
I also like the idea of going out with other friends and like doing something social.
yeah.
You know, just
As-
feeling
as a
Would you
feeling young
consider-
again.
Mhm.
Would you consider
Oh,
our
what's the heck? Why was no one looking at Jonathan?
Hello.
what? Can I help you?
I've been looking for those glasses all day long.
I think Juliet gave them to me from your drawer.
Oh,
So,
I was looking.
but
for
I
them.
purchased them. So I'll be with
Yes, you did buy them.
Was our paddle activity? We went and we played paddle. The three of us plus an instructor. Is that considered date night?
Yeah, but you were not married to me that night. You said because you
Well, you
hit
were
the ball
across the net,
in my face.
and when you're across
You-
the
you
net,
also-
I'm allowed
you
to
also
spank
slammed the
you, I'm
winning
allowed to
point at your
slam
wife.
You, I'm allowed to crush you. That's the way it goes. No mercy on the
That doesn't count as.
I was nice
date
to
night.
you, but I was also
It doesn't count.
sometimes I have to let
If you're
you
on the
know
same team, I'd count it. I wouldn't
the
count.
power of the line.
I wouldn't
Okay,
count-
fine.
count
We
that.
haven't been on a date night in way too long.
But that's not a date night. I mean,
It
does
was,
date night
it was.
have to be a 3-hour?
I mean, it doesn't have to be
overpriced
so
pasta dinner, or
black
can
and
we,
white.
like, can we be creative about this?
Yeah,
stuff?
of
It's
course.
paddle.
If
Me
you guys
and you
went,
having fun. Then we went to dinner. We went to Cucina Alba. We had a
It was
great meal. Then we
great,
came
you
over.
guys.
We had a
It was
tiramisu
unbelievable.
at the end. I mean, that was
Yeah.
a pretty. That was date
Mind
night.
you, Sarah was
love
on our
me a
date
good
night. My
tiramisu.
Oh my, no, this was insane. It was a Blanca tiramisu. It was incredible. Time gets away from you. So really prioritizing your marriage, especially most importantly when you have kids. Like I heard you guys trying to get here with your 2 kids, not wanting you guys to leave. Like having kids can really consume your life. But I don't think what people do enough is make space and time
Mhm.
for marriage. And actually it's one of the podcasts, it says, it's like, what is it more important? And this obviously, this doesn't actually mean this, but like, is it more important to love your kids or love your husband? And it's actually to love your husband because loving your kids is like loving yourself. It's like the easiest thing in the entire world. But loving your husband
I like.
all of the time
It's a hard word.
It's hard. It's really freaking hard. No, it's hard work.
Is it hard for you to love me all the time? No.
Yes.
What?
It's easy for me to love you. It takes a little effort to love you all the time.
Really?
I don't think you said one thing
I
about
don't know.
Josh on
My
your
brother
list
Josh
about
is a very
Joshua.
lovable guy.
What?
Yeah.
What's on your list about Joshua?
Yeah. What does Joshua do? Oh, he eats. He
Just-
goes take a shower after the eggs are ready.
But I
Oh,
stopped
He
yeah.
doing
probably
that.
All
has a
the
reason
things-
to do
all
it.
the
Like he's
things that
got to
make
get to
him-
work. He's got to move.
Of course I do.
He's not
When that
taking a
happens.
shower because the fairy tale told.
But can
him
I
to
tell
take a
you,
shower.
from the outside looking in, or really the inside, like I respect both of you guys very much because it seems like you both do accept each other a lot. And it does seem like as well you like adjust for the other person. I think we do this as well. I think the Stern
you guys
boys
accept each other very,
I
very.
think the Stern
on a big
boys.
I'm
scale.
very easy to accept.
Yeah.
You're very easy to
Josh
accept.
was
I
a
think
very
yes,
you are.
easygoing guy,
Yes,
for
you
sure.
are. Is Sarah very easy to accept?
Yes.
Or should you get a
Sorry,
medal?
did I answer for myself?
You
Yes, I
want
did.
You want a trophy?
I should get a trophy.
I think I should get a trophy too.
I mean,
You definitely
if you
should get a
accept her,
trophy.
she's fantabulous.
By the way, Joshua's
Do you accept
speech,
me?
Of course I accept you, but it's,
Okay, he's
Josh,
there's a lot
accepted.
of things I have to accept.
You're a tougher accept. Is she a tougher accept than you?
Oh, for sure.
Wait, can I tell
Who's
you?
a tougher accept, me or you?
Oh, please.
You are a
Yes.
very, very tough accept.
Yeah.
I'm the easiest accept.
I don't know if I
accept
could.
cash,
I don't know if I
accept
would have
this,
been
accept
able to accept you.
Joshua's speech at the wedding says, Remi,
I'm a
you,
dream
you
accept.
love him in all of his
Dream.
crazy and amazing ways. And I always wondered what the crazy part means until we got married and had kids. I was like, oh, now I see the crazy. People hide as well. That's the other thing with dating that I think actually is probably the biggest shock for me. It's called the Rachel Leia effect, where you're dating Rachel, but you marry Leia. You're dating the one who like you want to marry, right? The one who sits at the table for 3 hours and eats with me, that goes on every trip I want to go to. Like he molded to that. I molded it to Rachel. And then you marry Leia and it's a different person. Like
You're right.
I gave Sarah the Rachel for the first 2 days that we dated. I took her to a museum.
Yes.
Remember when I took you to a
Oh,
museum?
yeah. And he was
After
like,
that,
let
I'm
me.
like, hey, that's not me. I'm not doing that anymore.
Really?
I told her right away, yeah.
But were there any Leias that came out for him that you like didn't know before you were
No, I think Josh was a pretty transparent guy.
okay?
He was pretty upfront. And I think that's one of the things I like the most about
Okay, so now
dating
tell
him.
us.
No, it's
What
that
do you love about each
it was
other?
my first time dating. I'm not going to say an older man,
An old man.
but I mean someone who was ready to settle down.
A little more mature.
Yeah, a mature guy. I think that I met Joshua at the right time in his life.
Mhm.
So he was just ready. Had I met him 5 years before, I don't
When
know.
you're illegal for me.
Yeah, had I met him when I was 5 years old? I'm just kidding.
Timing is very important.
Timing is
Timing
very
Timing
is
is everything.
Timing
key.
can help big
Yeah.
time.
So tell us what you guys love about each other.
So I love the fact that he was just honest about everything. There were no games. Everything was pretty straightforward. And it was just a pleasant surprise for me to be with someone
Yeah.
who was so honest about
Yeah.
everything.
Knew what he wanted, was gonna
Yeah.
say it like it is, not play games. What
Exactly.
what is it and like was it when you met Sarah, but is it that you love so much about her?
I thought for me, she was the complete package. So it was very, it felt right. It was easy. She wasn't the best cook, best chef when
Oh my
we
gosh.
when we started
Here we
dating.
go.
And that's important for me because I'm obviously all about food. So, but she is, she's an
So he
incredible
beat me
chef.
with a spatula until
Yeah.
until
She's
I
a
was
great cook now.
Basically, yeah, she's a great cook now.
Yeah,
And she took,
unbelievable.
she
Don't
doesn't,
mention
Except the
cake.
olive oil
Oh,
cake.
gosh.
I thought I was being poisoned. Oh my gosh! What
that olive oil
is this?
cake she made
Garbage cake?
was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it probably
But
is delicious.
not for you.
She doesn't take criticism easy.
Okay,
but
we're
she
done doing the list of
improves.
things
I
that
don't
you
know.
hate
She
about me.
takes, she
Think we're
takes
on the
my
love.
Like
criticism.
we're
If
saying
I
what we
ever
love about
criticize
each other.
her,
Why are you
she
going
takes it
back
What do
to
you mean? She
that?
complained to me for a month after you told her the olive oil cake was no good.
Okay, but now we're doing the list of things we like about each other. Why are you going back to the other
Well, because
list?
now you're an incredible chef.
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay. So
You
you wanted
are.
to take
Like-
full credit for the last
No,
thing
no,
you
no,
love
like-
about me.
Yeah, you
And
really
they
Okay.
come over and they have,
You
they come over
love
Friday
that
night
your
dinner and,
wife knows how to cook.
Yeah.
Is next cleaning? She knows she's a
Yeah.
good cleaner.
she no, she doesn't know how to clean. Not really.
I'm not a great
but-
She
cleaner.
doesn't close
I
shit. She leaves
What?
the toothbrush
But you're
everywhere.
an amazing cleaner. You're the full package.
I'm
You're
an
great.
amazing hirer of organizers and cleaners.
You probably are, and you're probably good at that. What do you love about me?
What do I love about you? I love that you are a soul that lives super high in the sky.
Okay.
Ooh,
you
okay.
did.
Okay, I'll take it.
What
You
the-
give, you love, you're real, you're happy, and you love to spread that to everybody.
Okay.
No.
Enough with the,
You-
The
positivity.
Dalai Lama is
Yeah.
here. He put on
Can
his
we-
glasses. He's
I
sitting
love you.
crisscross applesauce. And
Yeah,
he's
okay. So,
"Roop."
question. If you, what would you want to give your kids or tell your kids in life, knowing when they're growing up, what would you want them to take into life with them?
I think the most important thing for me to instill in my children is just the values that we were brought up in our home, whether it's a Jewish home, loving, very family oriented. respecting others, just like the same values that him and I grew up with. I think that's one of the things that we also shared in common. We also had in common.
Yeah.
And that's the key, I think, to living a good life is to have those values.
I actually do really agree. And this is what they say about finding your soulmate too, is that the first thing that needs to match up is the values portion. Then next up, this is just fun fact. So first, values have to match up. Second is likes. So like you want to have similar likes to the person, but over time, likes change, values don't. Values stay the same. Lastly, physical, important, but obviously looks change. So it's values first. So you want to instill in your kids values. Last few questions. First of all,
I've got things on my list that we didn't talk about.
Oh, go back to your list.
Oh my God, Joshua, like, should we go to therapy? I don't know.
I'm honestly.
Let it out, baby. Let it rip.
I think that
You are not allowed to let it rip.
We'll do rapid list.
I think most husbands have similar, pain points or, similar things on their list. For us, another one is I'll be upstairs, right? And this doesn't really
Still talking about what he hates.
this isn't comparable for people who don't live in a house, but for us, I'll be upstairs.
You have to have a 2-story house, okay?
Brushing
For
my
this
teeth.
to apply.
Yeah,
You have to live in the burbs.
I'll go here and she'll be yelling from downstairs as if I could hear her and that I can answer.
Oh, you
And
got it.
I got the same problem.
Yeah,
You got the same problem. And I actually yell back, do you think I could hear you?
Same thing.
Oh, it's such
and
energy
then
draining.
she comes back
Same
and
thing.
So
it
energy
really
draining.
bothers me.
I walk around, my wife speaks at a decibel of 0.0.
Do I speak really low, you guys?
And then she's telling me things, and my response are either ignore her or say, what did you say? What did you say? What? You know I didn't hear you, right? What did you say? What?
Do I
have to say that crap over and over and over. I'm going to get a recording.
What would you rather? A voice like Janice from Friends?
I'm just going to put the fart machine on.
him?
Or,
Yeah.
what did you say? So I don't have to repeat myself. Energy.
100%.
Well, you know what? I think that at the end of the day, opposites attract.
Yes.
And I love how people
I agree.
in relationships are often different in complementary ways. You speak at the decibel of 1,000 points.
You speak way too loud.
Way too loud.
Yeah.
I have a very loud.
Actually, my dad has very sensitive hearing, and when we do dinners with you, he purposely requests to be sitting very
Bruno.
furthest away from you.
Sits away from me, like because of that.
He has to.
know that.
If not, he has to go to the hospital.
What a delicate
Wow.
flower.
you-
Another one,
Bullshit.
Johnny. You definitely can
Oh
relate to
my
this too.
God!
Tell me.
Keep him coming.
Yeah. You're
We'll
giving
be,
gold.
We'll be
here.
late. We'll be, our dinner is at 8:30.
Yeah.
She has an hour, 45 minutes to get dressed.
Yep.
Get dressed right
But
before.
for some reason, the 19 outfits that she tried on and asked me, do you like it? Do you like this? Which I answer usually, yeah, you look great. Doesn't stop. And now it's 8:40. I got to cancel an Uber. $6. It just
I'm
cost
getting
me.
hungry just thinking about being
Oh
late.
no! $6 for the Uber.
I'd say, I don't know, every weekend or every other weekend, it's the same exact story. It's unbelievable. And you know what the part that I don't
think
I have a
women
very
don't
easy
have
solution.
don't know how to read a watch. They
I
don't
actually don't.
understand
I fully
numerical.
I should just start
values.
telling her that dinner is an
Yes,
hour earlier.
obviously.
But I don't want to calculate and think. I just want,
Like I'm mean if
Easy.
I say 8:30 is dinner. We need to be in a taxi car seat by 8:15. I'm like mean if I say.
No, but you say it in a
you're
mean
so-
way. He says it in a mean way. He's like,
Oh.
you like it's
Like,
so.
how do you? Well, hello. I have a flower message
Yes.
for you,
Guys,
If it's at 8:30
how
dinner,
lucky are
and we
we?
have to
Yes.
be in the
Yes.
car at 8:15. Flower love.
By the way,
That's how I should run around the house. I got things to
How
do,
lucky
lady.
are we that these are
Yes.
our
I
problems?
know, of course,
No,
very
There's
lucky.
people out there cheating, lying, doing this.
oh
and
my
like,
God, we're so
you're
lucky.
upset
Right?
because I take a little too long to get dressed for our dinner.
But by the way, you don't,
Every time.
we
you should,
don't.
so you should say thank you.
No,
That-
of
that's
course.
that's
Yeah,
the
what's
problem.
up,
But
guys?
this is
All right,
why.
what's next?
Small things.
No, but by the way, this is why this exists because people think they're alone in feeling this
Of
way, and they
course.
blow it out of proportion in their head.
Next.
No, but it's very important because they blow it out of proportion.
Next.
And wait, this
Guys,
is our thing.
I have a
wish
great
had a remote
recommendation for
control.
Joshua.
I'm kidding.
I think that Joshua should just buy a notebook, a little notebook, diary, journal, everything that makes you so angry, then burn it because I never have to read it. And then that's it. Just let it out loud.
What's
and then,
next?
That's what
Okay,
I'm
go
doing.
next.
Anything
next.
else?
The next one is, I don't know, again, maybe you can relate to this too, Johnny. So
Let's see.
she'll, Sarah will ask me, can you please take out the garbage? The garbage is full.
Okay.
I say, sure, of course. If my next step is not
the garbage.
right to the garbage, her reaction is, oh,
I'll just do it
And
myself.
then she goes and does it herself.
I
And
like
I'm
to be quick and
what's wrong with
efficient.
you?
Is that a
Why? If you
that's
give him a task,
that's
is
a
it
good
not
quality of
considered
mine, not
done?
a flaw.
No, this is
Because
opposite.
if you
This
give
is
me
I'm
a
you with
task,
this one.
go to sleep. It's over. I did it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna
Done.
do it.
Yeah.
It
No,
doesn't,
no, no,
That
no,
doesn't mean I'm gonna
opposite.
drop. I'll be working. I'll be this.
So
I
she's
want
like,
him
what?
to
So
take his
she's like
laptop,
antsy.
slam
She's
it into the
antsy.
wall,
It's
and sprint
crazy.
She's
90 miles per hour towards
need
the
to say
garbage
this.
can. Do you
Anxious? No.
understand?
I don't know.
Crazy?
Annoying? I don't know.
Hey, you guys are saying things.
Crazy? Just kidding.
What?
No, that's opposite with me and Jonathan. I think.
Impatient.
Yeah,
John,
I'm,
She's
a, li-
impatient.
I'm a little
Very
impatient,
impatient.
sure.
You're impatient.
I'm impatient.
You're impatient. I'm very
I'm
relaxed.
very patient in many ways. Extremely. I should get a reward, a big
Why
trophy.
don't you tell them the things that I do?
I am also impatient.
That you do?
Many,
that he
many
loves
reasons.
about you.
Yeah, like when he goes on a trip, he doesn't know how to pack. I have to pack all of his little shirts, all of his little boxers,
She
count
packs for you for
count
trips.
his
Why not?
socks, count his
Yeah.
boxers, make him little sandwiches
My
for
wife
the
doesn't
airplane.
even pack until 10 minutes for the flight.
This is true. I packed
And then
10
she leaves
minutes.
a suitcase in front of the bathroom door. So I get up in the middle of the night,
I
take
need
a
it-
little wee wee, and I almost knock my teeth out because I fall over a
little
suitcase.
wee-wee.
Oh
Why
my
is a
gosh.
suitcase here?
I would be so
Pack the
pissed.
bag,
It's not in
put
front-
it by
he's
the
lying.
door.
You know he's
we
lying.
leave in the morning. It's in the.
He's lying.
She's like,
It's
oh,
not.
I gotta pack my toothbrush case holder, so I gotta pack last second. Meanwhile, you might fall and you break your head.
First of all, you're lying. Second
I'm
of all,
lying.
I believe
I'm lying.
You're a
That's a crazy
liar.
lie to just think up on the spot.
these are full lies. So, what is our advice to people out there who are experiencing this but want to not only accept their partner, but want to have a really, really, really good marriage? Like connected, it's fun, it's spontaneous, it's all the things that people want in a marriage. How do they bring that?
My advice is, first of all, take a step back and just laugh about it. Like, how funny are these little problems?
No, these are fun.
First is like
We're having-
finding the humor and the light in all of this and
Yes.
how small and whatever. The second thing is to just find things that make you happy and do more of those things.
Oh my
Fill
God,
your
bravo.
cup,
Amen. And by the way,
right?
you should
Is
do
that
this
is that
because-
Remi approved?
Yes, Remi approved because first of all, I find
She's like,
that
"Word."
you know how like young kids are like, it's not that deep. Like it's a saying that like some of my clients will be
Yeah.
like, it's just like not that deep. Okay, it's not that deep. Like these things are funny.
Yeah.
Relax. It's all good if you find humor in it. That's why this
Amen. It's
podcast.
They
not
also
that
say,
deep.
chill, bro.
Don't
Even-
complain. Don't go
Yes.
crazy. Have faith. Work on yourself. Make yourself happy. Allow your partner to do the same. He will then make you happy. You will then make him happy.
Yeah, making
You'll
sure.
all be happy, and it's all great.
Time. Perfect time to pop
Also,
in.
fun fact. I heard what you said. Fun fact. Someone that I'll tell you guys who after, because you guys will be shocked, gave this idea to us, which is you write the other person a list of things that they do that make you happy. So, like for example, I'm not a huge flower person, but like if a woman loves when a guy buys them flowers, you write down, I love it when you buy me flowers. Like I love it when you this, whatever. Then that person has, it's called a loves list and you have each other's and you're supposed to do something from the other person's love list every day. Just
Every
a
day
cute
or
It's so
week.
cute.
or
Every
week.
day.
No,
Oh my
no,
God,
every
that's
week,
exhausting.
every week,
Yeah.
fine. But it could just be like, I love it when you, like Jonathan.
Say I love you.
Yeah, or like sit
We
on my
always,
lap.
I
and
always
come
tell
over.
Joshua, I love a 6-second kiss before he goes to work.
Oh, that's cute.
6 seconds.
Yeah, they say that 6 seconds is the time that it takes to release serotonin or whatever, and like really just like be happy and like love your husband.
That's really cute.
It's like a breathing exercise.
Yeah, so like Joshua will literally be like, I'm late for work.
wait.
He's like, I love this exercise.
Who would win in a paddle game? Us two versus you two?
100% us
We would
too.
crush you.
Like there's not even a
Right?
question. We
They
won,
already
but back in
crushed
the day when
us.
I wasn't even that good.
They already.
But
And I
if
stumped
I'm allowed
them.
to pick on your wife and only smack it to
We'd
her
still-
back,
I'm a
we'd
better
still
player than
crush you.
Joshua.
She's not better than me.
yeah, you kind
But
of
this
are.
is not
Maybe I
fair.
would just focus on
Jonathan,
Joshua.
I can count the amount of times I played 6 times in
I
my
would have you
life.
sit in the corner and I would just take
That's
every
what Sarah
shot.
did to you yesterday.
Get it back to serve or serve. Other than
Literally
that,
every
go stay
time
in
the
the
ball
corner.
came to me, I heard, got it. I'm like, where are you? Like,
So
the
then
ball is
one
coming
Yeah,
to
time-
me.
she's a hog. She
Yeah.
hogs
Sarah
shots.
I do.
All day long.
Um,
Hog.
Great
She is a
sport.
bit of a
I
hog.
am
Great
a
sport.
hog.
So please
That's
tell
your list.
I'm
everybody.
trying to make your life easier. The ball was getting lobbed. I was like, I got it. I'm here.
Oh, I hear that.
I'm gonna get really good at paddle tennis. Okay.
You guys,
Okay.
you guys.
No, I'll get good. I'm just not very competitive. Like I kind of like losing. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. I'm just like having fun out there. Let you guys win. I'll do my thing.
Okay.
Okay?
So,
I like
you
you better
do you.
across the net. I don't like you being underneath.
Yeah.
I'm not competitive. I'm not competitive. I don't even keep the score. It's
I don't keep the
ridiculous.
score. I
But
always
when
do.
I'm against her, party.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell everybody where they can find you and how they can spice up their marriage using something that you got.
Torsia?
Torsia.
Yeah, I was like, what? Find us.
I think that it's important for every for every couple, marriage, to find the right time and go out for a dinner, enjoy, forget all your little things that you hate about each other, leave your kids at home, and just enjoy life.
Really. And have like, in my opinion, I find a sexy meal with like a good glass of wine and a candle and cool vibes to be such a quick, easy way to be like,
Yeah.
oh, shoot, now I remember.
Just a reset button.
Like
Yeah,
Mary
exactly.
Lou's downtown.
Mary Lou's is very
And if you're
fun.
having a hard time getting a reservation,
Yes,
you
we've
can
got-
always download Dorsia. Joshua,
Yep.
what do you have to say about that?
Yep, you got to download Dorsia. Best reservations, best restaurants, and you don't have to wait for a check.
And July
Best.
4th, the white party at No Booth, right?
That's right.
The
H was white
best party I've ever been to in my life. Chris Brown was on my left. P. Diddy was on my right.
Huh?
I guess the characters need to change, huh? I was there once. All December. It was great.
When were you at this party? Where was I?
Long time ago in LA.
Uh-oh.
You weren't there yet. But the
We'll
point
leave
of
you
it
with their
is,
fight.
I love your jacket. Where's that from?
Thank you. This kimono is from Muchette. You can find it on Instagram, muchette.shop. My mom and I started a company where we bring the best brands from Paris and we bring them to the US so that people can, discover just new brands that they've never heard of
I
before,
bought like 5
including this
Very
of
good.
the
kimono.
new season.
I'm
They're
very
very
excited.
cool. Unique.
Really?
They're like
That's
super
sick.
unique. They're not like,
Yeah.
oh, what are these 1,000 things that everybody's seen every
Yeah.
day?
Everything
Like,
is unique,
and-
affordable,
and
edgy.
colorful, and edgy.
I will say Jonathan made me dress cooler. So I'm very excited for these new Muchette.
You're welcome.
Very impressed by you guys. You guys are the best. This was lovely.
Thank you. This
Thank
was
you
so
for having
fun.
us.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Love
Josh
you
and I are now going to go kill each other. Just kidding.
Or
6-second kiss.
I got a haircut appointment in 5.
Peace out.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope you liked it as much as we did. Now go send it to someone who needs to hear it, because we know that dating, relationships, marriage can be tough, but we want to make it less tough. And remember, you're allowed to hate your husband. Whatever you're feeling is allowed. So go send it to a friend, to your sister, your brother, maybe your boyfriend, a husband, whoever needs to hear this, send it to them. And while you're at it, click the follow button, click the review button. Always feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and we're so excited to see you in our next episode.